Good day to all my business partners and family members of iNetwork International. My name is Sam. Welcome everyone to this evening iElite System online course Chapter 8. And I would like to take this opportunity to appreciate iNetwork International and also iElite System for leading us to have better health and better wealth. And for tonight, we are actually trying to learn more about iTeraCare, which is actually having proven this device helping a lot of people to improve their health. And we also want to concentrate in the most frequently asked question and answer. So we shall learn all this together from a special gentleman that actually he's all the way from Malaysia. And he has a background of physical education, sports science, health and wellness. And so he has been, all this while has been applying THz technology to help many people to improve their health. Please welcome iTeraCare Product Advisor, Mr. Soma Sundram.
Good evening, Sam. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Sam, can you hear me?
Yeah, Mr. Soma.
Good to see you again.
Yes.
Yeah, all right. So good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are again for another session, and hope this session is useful for everybody after the session. All yours, Sam.
Yeah, it's okay. Shall we begin, Mr. Soma?
Yes, Sam.
So actually, for tonight's sessions is more on the compiling of the frequently asked question about TeraCare and also THz. Because many of our especially those tonight that attended our meeting, they are the user or they are already the distributor for our product and also the company. And still, there are some people they don't know more, especially like these few questions that we actually maybe they commonly ask in groups and so on. So the first thing is actually we want to just learn from Mr. Soma, what is actually THz energy, by the way?
Yes, Sam. This is the main question asked by most people.
Yes.
Especially those new to this device, because
exactly.
They rarely hear the word terahertz. They've heard microwave, they've heard infrared, ultraviolet rays, and terahertz, something new. So I shall share my screen for this particular thing. All right. Okay, can you see, Sam? Okay, as we can see here, terahertz, it is on the electromagnetic spectrum, and its range is from 0.1 to 10 terahertz, and it corresponds with wavelengths of 3 millimeters down to 30 micrometers. Okay, and it is higher than microwaves, but lesser than infrared, right? And in this area, before this, people were having trouble comprehending what is terahertz, and there was not much done in that area. But now, a lot of things are happening in this area. Even the push from 5G to 6G is with the terahertz technology, Sam. Okay, Sam.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Soma. Yeah. And same thing, the second question, normally they want to compare, what is the actually the difference, in between terahertz and also infrared.
Okay, Sam. When you talk about terahertz and infrared, infrared is something which people actually have been using before. Okay, sorry, but terahertz is something new. So if you look at this picture here, so on the first thing, you can see the terahertz compared to infrared, the frequency is much lower, right? Much lower. So when you start pushing higher, it starts going into the infrared range. And then the wavelength is much longer than infrared. And then it has a lower quantum energy. And at the same time, it has lesser heating issues. Now, infrared, if you, there are heating issues, right? So these are the main differences.
Yeah, I think normally people have this question, maybe they heard about infrared normally being used in the physiotherapy department, right?
Yes, Sam.
Yeah. Okay. Next, we shall proceed. By the way, Mr. Soma, what
Yeah.
are the benefits? Because many people are asking about the benefits of terahertz compared to other electromagnetic wavebands.
Okay, compared to other electromagnetic wavebands, Sam, it is the first thing. It is very powerful, but it is also very harmless, right? Like for example, microwaves. There are issues with microwave, right? Like in Japan now, it's supposed to be banned, so it has issues. And then the other rays, for example, when you talk about ultraviolet rays, the ultraviolet rays, we get it from the sun. It is beneficial to the body. I'm not saying that. It helps with the production of vitamin D, but too much of it can harm you. But when you look at terahertz, it is powerful, but it is harmless, right? And the other benefit is that it can penetrate most organic substances, right? And it is absorbed by water. And when it's absorbed by water, our body is 70% water. And because of that, it has an effect on the body. It has a big effect on the body. And frequencies are the future of medicine, Sam. And we find that this terahertz is going to play a big part in future medicine, right? Thank you, Sam.
Yeah, that's very great. Yeah, it's good news for the humankind, where actually we all are hoping that there's something so-called as like the medicine, frequency medicine, where we no need to ingest, we just use it externally, right, Mr. Soma?
Yeah.
Yeah. Next, I think they still have this question mark in their mind. Is it safe to use terahertz on humans?
As it is, as I said just now, first thing, it is harmless but very powerful. And secondly, now more and more research is now being done using terahertz. People are now understanding what terahertz is, how to produce terahertz, and how to utilize it. Actually, it is already being widely used in other sectors. For example, in scanning, when you go to the airports, when they scan you, they're beginning to use terahertz. And then in imaging, it is, I think, widely known. I mean, soon it might even replace X-ray because it is harmless, but it's doing a good job there. And when it comes to human beings, they find that it is beneficial and it is helpful. And more research is now being done. And another one is, as far as testimonies are concerned, people who are using it in various ways, they are drinking the water which is charged with terahertz, they're using these blowers, and so far no one has given negative testimonies. Almost all are positive testimonies, right? Of course, if the machine device is faulty, then it's a bit too hot, then maybe you have one positive testimony. But as far as if the device concern is working properly, then there are no negative testimonies. And another important factor is that terahertz radiation is non-ionizing. And this is an important factor because this is where many other rays, they fail when it comes to human beings. So terahertz is non-ionizing and is considered to be very safe for humans, especially at low frequencies, right? Again, at low frequencies. Sam?
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Soma. Just like you mentioned just now, that those people, that used to travel and pass this security system in the airport. I think previously they're using the X-ray, which is actually giving radiation and no good for our body, right? But
Yes,
then
sir.
just now you mentioned using terahertz also as imaging and also scanning. That is a good news for humankind. Yeah, that's very good. And then next one. Still, we always highlight for our presentation and so on that for our device using terahertz is on so-called prevention for the what do you call it, to take care of our health. But then still people they like to know, can terahertz treat sickness? This question.
This is a very tricky and sensitive question, Sam, because
Yes.
we never claim to be able to treat or cure patients or individuals, because that is only allowed of doctors and licensed professionals who are allowed to treat and cure patients. The iTeraCare blower is actually a therapeutic device and helps with natural healing, focusing on meridian and chakra and reflexology points. And it's more to do with alternative medicine, traditional medicine, but as a therapeutic device, more and more people who are using it, giving testimonies that a lot of things are changing for the positive. So that is all we can claim as we are concerned, Sam.
Yeah, I think those who are used before know how good the device of iTeraCare. It can help. But then maybe we should correct, especially our friends on the line also, we should correct our mentality. Yeah, that's to try to cultivate the kind of habit saying that prevention is always better than cure. Don't wait until it already becomes serious sickness and already what they call it becomes so bad, they already start using the device. I think everyday normal people also can use, right?
Yes, definitely, Sam.
Yeah,
it's very good for normal people.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Soma.
Yeah.
And then next one, we try to understand about this. Still, there are certain questions asked. Maybe sometimes they ask in the group and so on regarding for using iTeraCare. How many times do we need to blow in a day?
Okay, just before I answer this, Sam, coming back to your statement just now, prevention is better than cure. It so happens that many people, when they are healthy, they're comfortable. They're comfortable that they're healthy, and they don't realize that being healthy and being sick, diseased, and unhealthy is a very thin line, because at any one time your health is not 100% perfect, because there's a range, assuming that is 0 and 1. So you have 0.1, 0.2, 0.5, 0.9, 0 and 1. So your health is anywhere from 0 to 1. So we do not know how bad it is until it is bad. And then when the symptoms start showing up, only then we seek treatment. So normally this is what happens to many people. They wait until something happens to them, and then they seek treatment, and sometimes it's a bit too late. So with this device, you can actually sort of reverse that process and hold of that process from becoming even worse, right? So what you said is actually very correct, Sam. Prevention is better than cure. Now coming back to this question, how many times do I need to blow in a day? Now, once a day is already very good enough, is already showing a lot of results. But if you have the time, you're at home and you have really lots of time and your problem is quite severe, definitely you can do more than once, even up to 3 times in one day. But give a period of about 4 hours in between each treatment, right? After about 4 hours, then you can give another treatment. So even up to 3 times a day is still okay, Sam. Many people are doing that and they find it helpful.
Okay. So Mr. Soma, if let's say maybe some they say that divided they want to use 3 times a day, I mean morning, noon, evening, I think should be okay, right?
That should be okay.
Yeah.
Give about 4 hours in between.
4 hours in between, that's good enough. Yeah. Then the next one, regarding the iTeraCare. Sometimes they are concerning how long can this iTeraCare device, the blower, last? I mean, in terms of usage,
Okay. The first place about it lasting, different people, they use it differently, sir. Some of them use it maybe once a day. Some of them even few days once, 1 week once. Some of them many times in one day. Okay. And secondly is how they handle it. Okay. Some of them are very careful. Even when they put it back inside their container, they wait until it is cooled down and then put it properly. Some people, even when it is warm, they put it inside and it's not so good. And the first thing is how they handle it, all right? And then definitely you wouldn't want it to drop or you wouldn't want it to shake. And then sometimes, children being children, you have children in the house, they tend to play with it. They know that their parents have a hair dryer, so they're used to seeing them use it. So they think it's a hair dryer and they try to use it on them, even playfully, accidentally drop. So that's not so good. But anyway, it also comes with a 1-year warranty. make sure to register your warranty in your back office upon receiving your product. Many people don't realize this. Recently, it was also brought up. Where in your back office, if you look, there's a place there for registering your warranty, right? So first thing is, the moment you get your device reaches you, go into your back office, register your product. There's this serial number there, and you're given about 2 weeks from the date of purchase to register your warranty. Okay, but if you somehow miss the dates, you forgot or you didn't know about it, the company is still there to help you, and you have to contact by sending a note through your back office to Mr. Casey, Mr. Casey Tan, who is the general manager, and he will help you with the registration. And then at the same time, going back to the question asked just now, the blower is expected to last at least 5 years if you handle it with care. All right, many people have used even up 5 years. I mean, prior to this. So it's all in the handling, Sam. It's all in the handling. Thank you, Sam.
Yeah, I do agree with you, Mr. Soma, because for even our home appliances, electrical item, yeah, as long as there's no manufacturer or the manufacturing defect and so on, like television, fan, and so on, normally we can use for a few years, just like iTeraCare, right? As long as we handle with care.
Yes.
Yeah. So Echo, thank you for the reminding for just now the updating us about the e-warranty that we can actually register online on our back office after we get the products. Yeah, thank you for that, Mr. Soma. And then next, actually, it's still some people may have this kind of concern because they are mentioning iTeraCare is made in China. So they are concerned about, is there any or will there be any kind of quality issue?
Actually, Sam, even I myself, at one time, used to think that any product which comes from China won't last you long. And the quality is definitely will not be there. And it will be cheap, and it doesn't come with quality. But when I saw this product and I looked at the manufacturers, I looked at the company, then I know that this product is different, Sam. Because this product, this iTeraCare blower, is contracted with a reputable manufacturer in China, who is certified by the Chinese Academy of Sciences and Sinochem. Okay, so their product is also patented, and at the same time, they have a reputation in China. So if the product is the quality is inferior, then their reputation is definitely at stake. So they have to produce fruits which are good. So that is a very good plus point in the resume. And then in spite of a stringent quality control, Sam, I have to say this, in spite of a stringent quality control, we have to accept that sometimes some devices may be faulty. And in the business sector, they accept up to 3% of faulty devices. Not only in these blowers, I'm not saying that we are expecting them to be faulty, but in any electrical devices, they accept up to 3%. And so if at all, let's say by chance, you happen to run into problems and it is the fault of the manufacturer, that means you know that this is definitely not you, you didn't drop it, you didn't shake it, but then it's not functioning as it should. So iTeraCare, we look into it as how to go about it, or replace each and every device which is a result of the manufacturer's default, right? Manufacturer's fault. That is one which the company looks into and helps. And what you have to do is you have to send the device back to the company. You send with a note stating your details, right? Especially your name, your handphone number, your return address, so that they can send it back to you, maybe new product, user ID, so they can check into your account, and the problem with the blower, what exactly is the problem? Maybe the switch is not functioning, maybe the heat is not functioning, maybe the center switch, which is supposed to be slow, is too fast, is overheating, and things should be duly looked into, right? So this is what this company is all about. They give you that what is that after sales service, where if the product is faulty, they look into it and they do something about it. And you have 1 year for that. And I don't think other blowers do this, Sam. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Soma, because the company does provide a warranty period. And also talking about the term made in China, yeah, because as we understand, today's China is not like the previous years where today you can check at the technology, yeah, because many have traveled to China recently, especially for the past few years. You can see the kind of high-speed rail, even the exploration to space, all the high-tech gadgets, AI and so on. I think it's totally different already. That's why, as I mentioned by Mr. Soma, the quality side, yeah, this is a world-class product for our iTeraCare. Yeah, thank you, Mr. Soma.
Yeah.
Next, talking about the time, yeah, when is the best time to use the iTeraCare blower? Daytime or nighttime better, Mr. Soma?
Sam, just coming back to your earlier question and a statement, I just remembered something. When you talk about terahertz energy, Sam,
Okay.
although it is being studied all over the world, right now, China is in the forefront of terahertz technology. If you look at the recent rockets which was sent into space, now they've gone into 6G technology. Even the rockets are using 6G technology, and they're using terahertz technology. So they're actually in the forefront. And then their research is they have these government grants, Sam, government grants. So, and they use these government scholars to actually look into it, and they're coming up with a lot of things using terahertz, which is really good. So I would say that in future it is something to look for. Okay, coming back to when is the best time to use the blower, daytime or nighttime? Now you can blow it at any time you want, day or night. It doesn't really matter. But probably at night after work, you're free, and then you have time to relax and do it slowly. And then the most important is you do not rush. You find time for yourself. You're working. You have got 24 hours in one day. Find 30 minutes just for yourself to heal your body, right? And every day 30 minutes just healing your body will take your body back in time, right? Other more important issues are: do not drink anything cold after treatment, and shower only 4 hours after treatment. All right, that is also important, besides time of the day. All right, so if you follow these simple rules, then you should be fine. Sam?
Yeah, I think there's a good way also, especially you mentioned about don't rush using, just like enjoying the process.
Yes,
like
exactly.
When blowing with the devices, like we're doing massage throughout the whole body, and we blow at our soles or foot pump, just like doing massage, foot massage. Yeah, that's a very good idea. Relax and use the device for therapy and to take care of our health. Okay, next one's still, people they are concerning about, is there any side effects if we overblow?
As I said earlier, this has, it's very powerful but harmless, and it doesn't heat you up. The hot air blowing is not exactly the terahertz which is blowing. The terahertz is also blown onto you separately, and the hot air separate. That is why you have 3 speeds. So some of them, they like it a bit hot, and probably they feel that circulation improves with the added heat. But the thing is, the idea is not to burn yourself up. So just take it where it is tolerable, where it is convenient for you, comfortable for you. And people have used up to 50 minutes. If we see, there's one of the videos we have seen where this lady can hardly stand up, can hardly turn left, can hardly turn right, can hardly bend forward. And after using for 50 minutes, you look at her standing up and walking, and she feels so much more better, and with no side effects except improvements to her body. So people have used up to 50 minutes, and so far they have no side effects if they overblow. But then again, it's not necessary to overblow. You do what is required for the body will take care of you. And normally it is about 15 to 30 minutes, Sam. 15 to 30 minutes will be just good, depending on the severity. I have used for even 15 minutes with good results, 20 minutes with good results. And then just because something is good, we must not overdo things. All right. So just because the coffee feels better with sugar, we do not put more sugar, all right? So similarly, use, yes, but use it often, use it where it is wanted, but use it carefully. That's all, sir.
Yeah, I do agree with you, Mr. Soma, because actually, just like previously you have mentioned, yeah, instead of using one time a prolonged period, why don't we split it up maybe 3 times a day, each time just 20 minutes, yeah, distributed into morning, noon, and evening, right?
If you may add, Sam, I believe, Sam, you know, when you treat your body, a lot of reactions are going on inside. And when you stop the treatment, the period after that treatment, the body is trying to recover from what is happening. And normally the body during the rest period, it bounces back. That means it comes one step higher. So once it comes to something better, then you do again, it goes one step higher. Then you do again, it goes one step higher. So instead of one continuous step where it doesn't have time to recover. So I would look at it that way, Sam.
Yeah, that is very good advice. Your explanation is very clear. Thank you, Mr. Soma. And next one, talking about the person, yeah, or the user. What is the minimum age to use iTeraCare?
There's no minimum age, Sam, because people have been using them for as small as infants, infants up to even elderly people, very old. So there is no minimum age because there are no contraindications, and then it is helping even infants as much as elderly people. So as long as you have a problem, and if you think that you want to do something about it, then you can use it. Shouldn't be a problem.
Thank you for the information, Mr. Soma. And then regarding, for certain people may want to know, how long can the person use the blower each time?
Okay, as we know, Sam, there are 2 kinds of blowers. One is this classic, iTeraCare Classic, and the other one is iTeraCare Pro. I should talk about the iTeraCare Classic first. This classic device is mostly used in homes, right? Mostly in homes for families, and you can use it easily up to 1 hour, all right? Up to 1 hour. But normally what happens is they do not use for 1 hour. They use it for about 15 to 20 minutes, give it a short rest, and then they continue. But if you use it for up to 1 hour, what happens is there is a cutoff switch, and this cutoff switch will switch off the blower, all right? So do not panic. It doesn't mean that the device is faulty. It is just that the system is built with a cutoff switch. It will cut off once it cool it down. So when it cools down, you let it cool down, and then you can use it again. Shouldn't be a problem. So normally for the classic, it is about an hour. But when you go to the Pro, iTeraCare Pro, it is designed more for industrial use, more for centers, more robust. So you can use for hours at a stretch. All right, shouldn't be a problem there. Again, ideally, the classic, use for about 15 to 30 minutes, stop, let it cool, then use again. That will be a good guideline. Sam?
Yeah, thank you very much for the advice, Mr. Soma. And then the other one is actually asking about, since iTeraCare is so good, do I still need to consume or take supplements or health food or something like that?
This is a question which many people ask him. Okay, now I would like to give an analogy. Just like a car needs different kinds of oil to function, Sam, not just petrol. Now many people think when you pour petrol, you can keep on driving the car. They fail to realize that the car also has got to have engine oil, brake fluids, gear oil, and the like. So similarly, the body, Sam, it has different things which it needs, Sam. So it also needs nutrients, so by way of healthy food. So it's just that sometimes people do not have access to healthy food. So when they do not have access to healthy food, then they take supplements to complement the food which they are taking. So this cannot, the THz definitely cannot replace that, because that is another area which the body will need. So you carry on with your whatever healthy food or supplements which you are doing. It is helping you in that area when it comes to the requirements of the body as far as what you call it, the vitamins and minerals are concerned. But when it comes to the healing of the cells, comes to where the cells are supposed to work optimally, then terahertz is its own class, right? It works in its own way and brings you a lot of benefits in its own way. So when you ask me, so I would say that both of them combined really work superbly, complementing each other, right? The blower, it works on the therapeutic level, whereas the supplements and the healthy food help you nutritionally, all right? So they complement each other. Sam?
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that means if those who have the habit of taking supplement and health food, they just can proceed while used on our iTeraCare. Yeah,
exactly.
So, okay, thank you, Mr. Soma. And then the other one is actually maybe some they are asking. Yeah, after using iTeraCare and solve their problems, do you think that they still need to continue using the blower?
It's like asking Sam, today I have had my food. Do I have to eat tomorrow? So the body actually.
yeah, exactly. It is the same situation.
Exactly, just like we have you eaten, you drink, you have taken your drink. Do I have to do that again tomorrow? Definitely you need to, because what happens is you need that something to maintain your body in that condition. So just as we eat and drink daily to maintain our health, blowing daily maintains what you had actually solved. That means you have brought your body to a certain level. It has come to a certain level. Now it has come to its prime, back to its prime. Now, if you're going to stop, you're going to let the body go back to what it was before. So what you're doing now is you're just maintaining, giving the body what it needs in terms of energy and the water, hydration, and by means of the terahertz rays, and you're maintaining what is there. So if the body could actually solve the problem by itself, you actually do not need the blower, because it can do it by itself. So you definitely should be blowing as often as you can to maintain it. When you stop blowing, the body might try to revert to its old condition, because there is something lacking in whatever you are doing, whether it's the food, whether it's the drink, whether the energy in the drink, something is missing, and this blower is giving it, is giving back what is missing. So when you take that off, then you're letting the body go back to what it was. So I would definitely say you should continue using the blower as often as you can. Sam?
Yeah, thank you for that. Thank you for the sharing. And also the next one, talking about how many times do that person need to blow in order to see the result, Mr. Soma?
This is another very difficult question to answer. You know why? Each person is different in his own way. No two persons are the same. Even two healthy persons are not the same. There will be some difference, right? So some people start seeing results even after the very first time, because there's not much to do for the body, right? Not much, healing to be done. Anyway, as a guideline, I would always say anywhere from 5 to 15 times will be good to see good results. Because by the time you go into 5 and keep on going until 15, most of the problems, whichever was there, will be taken care of. All right. Of course, for some, especially very chronic situations, you may even have to go beyond 15 times. All right. It all depends on how chronic the problem is. All right. How your body condition is, and how's your general health. Okay. So it's like what do you call that? If you're going to wash your clothes, sometimes the dirt is not much. You may not put much soap, but if it's very dirty, then you might have to put more soap. So something like that, Sam. So you have to wash harder. Yeah. So similarly, the body, it needs more treatments before you see good results. Sam?
Yeah, that's right. I totally agree with you, Mr. Soma, because different people may have different kind of their history, and certain people maybe even after the first time they can feel something that changes already. But then I do believe we have a very wonderful device, and if keep on using, for sure, definitely you're going to show the result. So that's why sometimes we need to have patience. Yeah, we cannot compare certain people to us and so on. Then the average, just consistently and persistently using, definitely you see the improvement, right?
Yes, Sam. There are some people who, after using once or twice, say, I do not see any results. Definitely, because probably your body has got some chronic problem which needs more blowing. So if you just keep at it, you will see something, right? The only problem is, I wish to just add a little bit more. Assuming, let's say, it is your joint problem. Now, if the joint has come out in some area, it is not in its proper location, any amount of blowing is not going to help you. So in those cases, you have to put back the joint in its proper place first.
You mean about dislocation, right?
Dislocation, for example, exactly. Okay. So when there's a dislocation, any amount of blowing is not going to help you, Sam. First, you have to take care of the dislocation problem, put it back where it's supposed to be, and then you start blowing, it'll help you. So you have to also look at those areas.
Yeah, exactly. Because previous week also, we have one family member also, initially when he was trying the first time, he thought that he also gets this problem of frozen shoulder for many years. Then he thought that only by blowing maybe 3 minutes, he expect to see the result.
No,
then he was using and then say that, there's nothing happened. Until he came across someone to guide him that actually each time had to use at least 15 minutes like that. Then immediately from there, few days later, the frozen shoulder problem solved. So that's why good device, fantastic device also, we need to know how to use correctly. Yeah?
Exactly, Sam.
It cannot be fully, what do you call it, getting the result of this device. Okay, thank you. Next, still this question, I don't know, someone is trying to compare probably. Talking about hair dryer, Mr. Soma. Hair dryer, they're saying this is blowing out hot air too. So is this blower as the same as a hair dryer?
Definitely, it cannot be the same thing, Sam. The difference is that this device also has got THz energy being projected out, and also there's a target light which is also pointing to where you are actually blowing. And if you look at the hair dryer, it doesn't have all those features. The only thing it has is hot air coming out. So basically, this THz blower has got 3 different things: THz energy, target light, and also the hot air, depending on how hot you want it to be. All right. So, if I may add about the hair dryer, in fact, ladies are now using this iTeraCare blower to blow onto their scalp and hair instead of using the hair dryer. And they're finding that their scalp and hair is getting stronger, and also the hair is getting thicker. And they're also noticing that there is less hair fall. Unfortunately, if I had got this device much earlier in my life, probably I won't be like this now, Sam.
Me too.
Now it's a bit too late because the roots, I think they're not there anymore.
Yes, I agree.
The roots are still there, I'm sure. In fact, without anything there, I just tried and I saw that there is some hair coming out. But it's just that it's, I pity my scalp. It's too late for it. It tried its best. So for ladies and men who still have the hair, this is definitely going to help you. If you keep blowing on your scalp, the roots will, start producing again, and the roots are still there, and you will definitely see changes. I wish you all the best.
That's a great idea because it's actually a kind of a reminder to all our friends on the line also, no matter guys or girls, don't wait until like us, when already starting, the root of the hair already get died off and so on, then got no chance to regrow the hair for baby hair. But then still, when there's never too late to start to use that. Just like we mentioned just now, prevention is always better than don't wait until you get bored, start losing hair, and then start using the device. Before it happened, just maybe you can use the iTeraCare to replace the normal hair dryer that you're using. Probably, I think normal hair dryer also, they do create radiation, right, for electrical items, right? So that is, we cannot use for what I call it, so not so good also. But then for our iTeraCare, from the test, we can see also there's a zero radiation. It means very safe, right, from the test. Yes. Okay, next one is actually someone is asking about in the group, how to prove, by the way, Mr. Soma, there is THz energy when you use the blower?
This is another difficult question, Sam, because as it is, you can't see THz energy. Many people have said, how come I don't see anything coming out of it? Definitely you won't. It is not in the visible light range of the electromagnetic spectrum. And if you want to buy devices which can actually tell you whether there's terahertz energy, they're going to be very expensive. Right now, only the manufacturers have that. In the market, you can find some devices, but they're costing about USD 300 to 400 USD. So definitely many people are waiting until prices come down a lot more before they want to buy the device to keep with them. But in the meantime, for our purpose, you can do simple energy tests, simple energy tests, where after you have treated the water, you can test whether there is energy or not. And I have put a few videos on the YouTube. In fact, there are 4 videos there. And 2 of the videos are showing, number 1, how much time if you charge, it'll be effective for you. The other one is how much of water you can charge, which is effective for you. So that might help you if you have a look at it. And so I think at present, this is all we can do for now, Sam. But definitely there is something there, because if there is no energy, if you use a hair dryer and you blow, and you use this device and blow, you're going to get 2 different results. So definitely there's something in this blower. That's all I can say, Sam.
Yeah, I do agree with you, Mr. Soma. Especially you can try on by comparing when you charge on the water or you blow on the water. It's just like another normal daily occurrence that we face, just like the air, the oxygen, and so on, right? So we are breathing the air, but we cannot see. Yeah, but something is happening. Yeah. So that's why it's actually that something we don't see doesn't mean it doesn't exist. So that's why you mentioned about the charging way that to prove the energy is there. I think it's a good idea. So you are putting the video on the YouTubes, right? So I think all our friends
they're already there, Sam.
They're already there, yeah? Yeah. So it's a good information for all our friends on the line. You can get these the videos or YouTubes about this energy from Mr. Soma for his demonstration. Yeah.
These videos were put there because many people were asking, how do I know there is energy there? Because some of them said, I do not see. I said, definitely you're not going to see. But if you want to see whether you get stronger or not, then you can see.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, I'll do something. You have a look, see if it helps you. So I hope it helps them.
Okay, for sure. Yeah, because the people they're seeing your demo will be believing. Yeah. By the way, I think the other ones people are concerning because we do understand that just after your explanations also, we don't need to worry. Actually, there's no side effect of using iTeraCare. But then still, yeah, just like in the healthcare industry, we always say that when we are trying to get improvement, there's a recovering effect, also called a healing crisis. Am I right, Mr. Soma?
Yes, Sam. There is something called healing crisis, especially when it comes to traditional medicine.
So, okay, so this kind of what are the normal healing crises that actually may encounter after what we call that using iTeraCare, and what are the reasons behind because of this reaction?
Okay, what I can tell you is, Sam, the body over a period of time accumulates a lot of things inside the cells, inside the organs, and that is part of the reason why people get disease. And this accumulation is not immediate or sudden. It's not overnight. It is over a period of time. So, for example, if your vessels, blood vessels, nerves, they are not functioning because probably the walls have thickened. Probably it's because of the water and food you are taking, and the cells are not functioning there. And then when you talk about gout, you got uric acid and all kinds of things. So now, when you talk about this healing, traditional healing, it is more to do with natural healing, where you are allowing the body to heal by itself. You are helping the body to heal itself. The body is a wonderful machine, right? The best machine. It's actually always trying to heal itself, right? It's always trying its best. Unfortunately, human beings, being human beings, they do not know how to take care of their own body, right? Of course, they want to look good, but they do not know that the health has also to be good. And in that aspect, as far as health is concerned, they are actually quite weak. We are more interested in going out, looking for wealth and other things, and we do not look at our own body, how to treat them. Okay, and we are happy to leave our health and our body in the hands of others to do the treatment for us for a payment, when actually it is in your own hands if you handle it with in the proper way. So now what the body is asking you is, first of all, give me good food, give good nutrition. Secondly, give me water which I can drink, which I can take it into my cells. Water which is easily absorbed by my cells. I can keep my hydration level high. I can maintain the 70% volume of water in the body. And the water which you give me water which has energy. Give me food which has energy, which is what not happening in us. So because of this, our body is not able to function properly. We accumulate a lot of things along the way. So now when you start using this THz blower, it is in a way helping the body because it is giving the energy which the body needs. It is breaking the water clusters and allowing the water to enter into the cells by a big margin. And even this small change, just the energy and the breaking down of clusters, is making the cells work optimally. So when they start working optimally, what's happening is things which have been accumulated in the body are being taken out. And when they start coming out of the body, the only place where they can go to is into the bloodstream and the lymphatic vessel as well. So when it comes into the blood, it has to be cleared. Okay, it has to be cleared in some way. So what happens is the healing crisis is where you feel that you're getting worse before you get better. So this thing comes into your bloodstream, and when you go and take your measurement, whatever measurement you are taking, whether it is sugar level, pressure, whatsoever, they normally show a little bit high or higher than what they were before in many cases. And when you continue over a period of time, then they start going down. The most recent case, very recent, that means this is, I'm talking about 1 week, 2 weeks ago. Actually, I started with one person whose sugar was about 12, 13, correct. So then this person asked me, I was told that this thing can help me with my sugar. I said, I really do not know because I have to see what your body tells you. Okay, so what I can do is I can help you as to how to help your body. We shall see how it goes. So then we got her to charge the water, drink the water at the same time as use the blower. And over the few days, it started going haywire. It started going higher, then coming down one day. One moment is 13, one moment is 20. It went up to even 20. And she'll call me and tell me, it is 20 now, what do I do? I went and saw the doctor. The doctor wants to pharmacy. She went to the pharmacy. They wanted to start me on insulin. They already prepared the medication. Now, what do I do? Do I start with it? I said, the choice is yours because it's your body. But if you just hold on a bit longer, then we shall see something. So all I'm asking for is trust me, because you're not the first person. So I've seen this, people get scared, especially when it happens to their body. The first thing is to run to doctors. I don't blame them. And doctors will want to help them. Of course, what they see is what they can treat. All right, can't blame them. But what's happening is, for me, is the thing is coming out. Give it time, 3 days, 7 days, things will stabilize. And true enough, for this person, and she just kept on at it, it went up to 20, it came to 13, went to 15, came to 12, came up again to 20. It's a ding dong for about a week or so. And a few days ago, she calls up and says, very excited, you know what, this morning my reading is 7.4.
Wow.
And I said, congratulations, now it's stabilizing. And she said, this is the first time it has come to 7.4. I said, I didn't do anything. You are healing yourself. All right. So this is what happens, Sam. This is what is called the healing crisis, where the body gets worse before it gets better. You must allow the body to clear itself of whatever is in there, and you must have the guts to stay with you. If you give up or you get scared, then you're in trouble. Then you forget about the whole thing. I have another person, if I may share. I would like to share. I don't know if he's in here today. Same thing happened to him. He was in a very bad shape. I looked at him very haggard. He had problems, even you look at the face is haggard, high sugar, pressure. And when I told him about this, he said, "Are you sure?" I said, "I'm sure. I don't know about you, but if you want to try, I can help you." Then I also warned him, when you take this over the next few days, you are going to go through, because looking at your body, I think it's going to be quite hard, but you must be ready for it. Are you ready? He said, yes. Okay, so he's about 50 plus. And when he took, in 3 days, he was bedridden. He couldn't move. His whole body was in pain. He could hardly wake up. Next 3 days, he was on the bed. The moment he woke up, he calls me and says, "Do you know, 3 days I'm on the bed. I could hardly move. My whole body is in pain. What shall I do?" So I tell him, you got 3 choices. The first is give up. Go back to what you were. The second one is slow down on the water you're taking. Allow your body to come back to a little bit normal. Go slow. Take a bit longer to heal. Or number 3, continue what you're doing and get over it faster. The choice is yours. I cannot do that for you. So which one do you want to do? He said, I'll go for the third one. And within 3 days, he was back to normal. Everything, so much better. And today he's a very happy man. Trust me. I don't know if he's in here today. All right. So Sam, I hope that answers you.
Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Soma. This explanation is very clear. Exactly what you say is correct. Because all these are just because our previous lifestyle and so on make a lot of things accumulated within our body, and it takes time to clear. So this one is actually, that's why we need to have patience to use the product in order to see the result. So while the healing crisis or recovering effect is there, so still, like that, as long as we continue using, probably we just have to bear certain days of these uncomfortable things, then we will see the result. So talking about the recovering effect or so-called healing crisis, but there's certain people, they actually after using, maybe they have this kind of the effect. Firstly, they feel hot over the body. What's the reason, Mr. Soma?
Various people have various problems, Sam. So okay. Various problems give various reactions, Sam. Okay. So some, as you said, some of them will feel hot. They will be feeling hot. Basically, it is heatiness in the body. All right, this heatiness in the body, and some of them got even worse symptoms. Sam. Some of them feel like their high blood pressure has gone up. They have built some skin rashes, and then they have these hot flashes. All right. So in Chinese medicine, if I'm not wrong, correct me, Sam, if I'm wrong, they have what they call as the yin and the yang. All right, yin yang. Yes. And yin is to do with cold, yang is to do with hot, heatiness. All right. So certain kinds of food will lead to heatiness. And what this thing is happening is, when you use this blower, it is clearing you of that problem, and so you feel that heatiness.
So something like we call it the 5 elements, bringing up the fire within the body, right? The fire elements, right?
Yes.
Okay, there's a feeling hot. The other also probably they have the other way, Mr. Soma. They don't feel hot, but then they feel cold after using.
This coldness, cold is normally with people who have poor circulation in the body, Sam. Okay. They have poor circulation, and the circulation has not improved much, but it is trying to improve. And because of that, you feel that cold sensation, all right? And for some people, when this thing is bad, they feel different other senses besides feeling cold. They can even feel like they are fatigued. Sometimes they feel depressed, and then they have muscle aches. They have stuffy noses. They have cough, sometimes white phlegm, and some of them even have fluid retention there. Okay, and, they feel restless, right? So, but basically, if you look at it, you can point to one major area where it's poor circulation in the body, Sam.
Okay, because of poor circulations, yeah. Okay, thank you, Mr. Soma. Then the other thing is actually some they may feel, yeah, the kind of feeling of itchiness over the skin.
Yes, Sam. This itchiness is definitely not the itchiness which normally related to skin disease, eczema, and all that, Sam.
Okay.
So this one, when you use this treatment, what happens is the blood is trying to go through in areas where it has probably not gone before. Okay, for example, the blood circulation has improved. Now, many people don't realize that using this THz blower, and if you charge the water and you drink the water as well, it is going to reduce the viscosity of the blood. So when it reduces the viscosity of the blood, what happens is the blood can travel better. It can go into areas which previously it had problems going, can move faster. It brings in more oxygen, it brings in more nutrients. So when it is traveling that way, the increased circulation, so they feel like, a feeling of itchiness there. So all this is good actually. That means something is happening there.
It's a good sign, right, Mr.
Yes.
Soma? It seems like it's already start working on the body, right?
But don't mistake it with the eczema or skin disease. That's totally different.
Okay.
I'm talking about normal skin where you're using this blower and you have the feeling of itchiness.
Okay.
Two different things altogether, Sam.
Okay, got it, Mr. Soma.
Yeah.
And then the other one is talking about the recovering effect. Some may feel bloating, bloating over the stomach.
Okay.
That's the reason, Mr. Soma.
Okay. Now, bloating is connected a lot with the food. It has to do with the stomach. It has to do with the GI, gastrointestinal tract. And what happens is it's filled up with gas, filled up with air or gas inside. Okay. So for some people, when you blow, especially in areas where they have that problem, when it starts to heal, it also starts to play up. As I told just now, it gets worse before it gets better. So that areas you have more gas, bloating, and then it goes down, subsides.
Okay, that means normally it's happening to those who have
problems in the stomach,
GI,
GI.
The gastrointestinal.
Yes.
And then the other one is talking about numbness. Some people may feel numb on the area, after using.
Yeah, numbness usually it is associated with damage to the nerves, Sam. Okay, when the nerves are not functioning as they should, the walls of the nerves, they are very, very small, they're thickened, then you have numbness, and the key, the flow, the chi
flow,
also is no good. All right, then you have numbness. All right, so there are also other reasons, Sam. You must also look at it, overall. Sometimes they have a collapsed backbone due to osteoporosis. They have a compressed spinal cord. The nerves are being pinched upon. You have a ruptured or herniated disc, and then pinched nerve due to arthritis. And then sometimes even because of diabetes, because diabetes affects your nerves. So because of that, your nerve condition is bad. So you have numbness. All right. So, and then a lot of other things, infections, kidney disease, medications. Many of them are on medication, high medication, drug use, and then they have stroke, arthritis, a lot of things. So basically, as long as when the nerves are affected and the thing starts working on the nerve, so initially you might have numbness there, and then it starts clearing up.
Yeah. And then the other one, I think most commonly seen is after they start using iTeraCare will be something like rheumatic pain or the pain over the body. What's the reason behind it, Mr. Soma?
Okay, initially there's poor blood circulation there. The pain is because of the crystals, they're there, which might be lodged there. And then what happens is, I always tell people that besides blowing, drink water, drink charged water, will definitely help. Combine the both of them, it is superb combination. So what happens is they go and start clearing those areas, And when it starts to go through those areas, starts to clear, you have increased pain. Okay, those areas where you have the problem, rheumatic pains, and gout for that matter, you feel increased pain, and then you subside. Sam?
Yeah, I think those also happen to the most probably like the blockage and cause the pain also, right?
Yes, Sam. Also blockages in the meridian and chakra points.
Okay. And then certain people, because they just mentioned that after using iTeraCare, they sweat a lot. Previously, maybe they don't sweat a lot. They have sweating effect.
Yeah. Okay. Sweating, Sam, is also a sign of skin detoxification, right? So what happens is the body, it tries to clear of toxins in 5 different ways. And sweating is one of them. Okay, so if you sweat a lot, it is actually what's happening is there is some heat inside the body, something is happening there, and the body is trying to clear the body of these toxins. So the more you sweat, the more toxins come out. I'm sure you would have accidentally tasted some of your sweat before, a little bit salty, and the things are coming out, which is good. If you don't, then other things happen.
That means clearing out the toxin from our body.
Yes,
right?
Sam.
Okay. Oh, so how about some even come out with the rashes on the skin?
As I said just now, the body tries to clear itself of toxins in 5 different ways, Sam.
Okay.
Now, the first one is, as I said, sweating just now. Okay, sweating. Then the second one is you go in urine. It also clears toxins. The third one is when you, you go and do a big one. It also clears some of the toxins. That is why you should not be keeping it long. You should be taking out within 18 to 24 hours of what you have eaten. And then the fourth one, Sam, if all these 3, sweating, urine, and the big one, you're not doing it properly, the body starts to rebel. The body, what it does is trying to clear the toxins, and you see rashes all over your body. That means small rashes all over. So you'll be wondering what is actually happening to me. Actually, you're not helping the body to detoxify. You should be sweating, you should be urinating, and you should be taking water to clear everything. So the body is only trying to clear itself of the toxins in the body. Sam?
Yeah, that's why it's advisable that before the therapy and after therapy, we should drink 1 or 2 glasses of warm water to help in this, right?
Yes, Sam. You drink before and you drink after. And you drink after, you're helping the body to take it out of your body. So normally when you drink the water, it comes out with the urine.
Yeah. And then the other one also was saying that after using, just like you mentioned, they have frequent urinating. I think it's a sign of detoxification also, right? Frequent urinating.
You see, Sam, what happens is a lot of people don't realize that their body is not functioning optimally. So what's happening is the body keeps the water. Okay, it is not able to flush out the water as it should. Okay, so for in acute cases, people have this what they call as edema. Right, where you see certain parts of the body, especially the legs, a little bit swollen. You press, you can see the marks there, and even sometimes doctors reduce the amount of water you drink, and many times it is associated with your kidneys. Now, one of the reasons is also because the body is not clearing the water. Okay, so now when you start using this blower and you're drinking this THz water, it makes the cells work better. It makes the cells work optimally. So what they do is they start clearing. And when they start clearing, they also are clearing toxins and the excess water which the body contains. The body is always trying to maintain homeostasis. And homeostasis for the body is around 70% plus minus, depending on which organ you're talking about. So because of that, whatever it feels excess, body, it senses it's more, it starts clearing. So, which I think is good, Sam.
It's a good sign, right?
Yes.
Yeah, because another one is certain people, this one I think we hardly, but then still they are asking after using, they have fever.
Okay, fever. Now, what is actually fever, Sam? Fever is one of the reasons why you get fever is because the body is now trying to be invaded by foreign bodies, bacteria, maybe viruses, maybe. So now the body is now, if your immune system is good, they start fighting. They start fighting against this bacteria which is trying to come in. So when they fight, it's something like two armies fighting against each other. Somebody has to die. Somebody has to go down. Somebody has to win. So the ones which are dying are the ones normally, if your body is strong, the invading bacteria. So what happens is this bacteria has to be cleared through the blood. And when the blood, when the blood is full of these things, we call it toxins because you want to clear it because you're already dead. You do not want it. It has supposed to be removed. So this fever actually is a sign that this thing is happening in your body and toxins are going to be removed, right? So, and the body, if you check, the blood is also a little bit probably acidic, right? A little bit acidic, and also these toxins are now being removed. So once this has been removed from your system, then you recover from your fever.
Okay, I see, Mr. Soma. Now, actually, we try to so-called as to understand that actually what happened to those whose fever actually is also caused by the toxin within the body, right?
Yes, I mean, there's some party invading. Okay. Our immune system is fighting against it. And when the other party dies, you have to clear it. Okay. So you're clearing that.
Okay, then I understand. Then the other one is actually certain people, they have nothing, but then they start using, and then seems like they are previous or recurrence of those chronic diseases, like the previous case come back to them.
Okay, we have many cases, Sam, where especially when it comes to joints, out of the blue, they say, hey, my knee is suddenly aching, or my hand, my arm is hurting now. Suddenly there's pain. Why is it? So then when you question them deeper and deeper, further into their background, their history, they tell you that, probably they have been playing football, they had a knock against the goalpost, or let's say they have been climbing a tree and they had a fall exactly at the spot where the pain is now. So they have forgotten, the body has forgotten, but the problem is still there, some damage there, which has not been taken care of. Nothing was done. But now with this water, it is trying to go and heal those areas where there is some damage which has not been taken care of. So you find that place there, which actually you feel that it's okay, but actually it's not okay. But this water and this blower is now taking care of that problem. So similarly, other problems, other sicknesses, which you think has already cleared, but it is still there. So this is actually what's happening is a normal phenomenon of detoxification of those problems. It's clearing of those problems. It looks bigger before it comes back.
I see. I think today I learned something, Mr. Soma. It's just like certain people when talk about cleaning their home, then they just sweep their so-called the dust under the carpet, then they hide it. Yeah. So now using the iTeraCare, it just like dig out all those issues. That is actually a good sign, right?
Exactly. It was something which has been there for a long time. You forgot about it. Now, when you lift up the rug, suddenly you see there's so much there to be clean, and you're clearing it, and then you run into other problems.
Yeah, exactly. And then the other one also, certain people may encounter the kind of, after using iTeraCare, they feel dizzy.
Okay, dizziness usually is associated with, normally going by traditional Chinese medicine, it is associated with blockage of the qi and poor blood circulation, especially when it comes to blood which is coming into the head area. There are nerves there which is not probably having problems supplying the blood to the head, lack of oxygen. Okay, so that is one. There is also another case where things have been weak in those areas, but then suddenly now with this sudden gush, big amount of blood oxygen is coming in. So sudden gush. So two conditions where people have felt dizziness. Okay. Sam?
It's something like going for the adaptation, right?
Yes.
Either too much or too less, something like
that.
I think that is the reason.
It will take a little bit of while before it recovers.
Yeah. Okay. So the other thing is actually certain people may encounter, this is actually the one they mentioned before, that they feel that after using iTeraCare like ants or something moving around the whole body.
Actually, Sam, this one, if you look at, again, traditional Chinese medicine, what they look at in this situation is that this is a good reaction, which implies the smoothness of the meridian. When the meridian is running in a proper way, then you have those things where like it's moving around a little bit. It's as if like the energy is moving in your system.
That means there is a qi flow, right? Probably.
Qi flow, exactly.
It's an improvement of the
Yes.
meridian and the smoothness. Yeah, that's
Correct.
good. And then I think the one that's going to be probably maybe happen to the ladies after using, they have discharge.
Okay, this discharge, not only ladies, I think men in certain conditions, I think they also have that, but more so in ladies. Actually, when you have a discharge, Sam, it is not actually, okay, I will put it bluntly. There are three areas, Sam. One is the womb. Then the second one, I forgot the name of the second urethra. And then one more is the vagina, right? Vaginal area. So now, normally the discharge, when it comes to the vaginal area, then people notice and they seek for treatment. But the problem actually doesn't lie there. It lies at the womb, because it has to come from the womb before it can be discharged through the vagina. So what happens is the womb, if it is clean, if the supply of blood coming to the womb, if the vessels supplying blood, nerves there, the vessels especially supplying blood to the womb is working in perfect order, then the womb is working in perfect order. But if the supply of the blood there is not good, then over time, the system there, the environment there becomes bad. It becomes an environment where bad bacteria, fungus can grow, and they start collecting on the walls. Okay, so they start collecting on the walls, and in a normal situation, you have itchiness, and then you have smelliness and all that. But so when you start using this blower, it starts to change that environment, because what's happening is it starts working on the blood vessels. The blood vessels start supplying more blood, more oxygen, and it's starting to become better. So the bad bacteria has problems staying there. So when they have problems staying there, they have to be flushed out. They have to come out. And where do they come out? They come out through the vaginal area, and that's where you see the discharge. So when upon treatment, when you initially find that this thing is increasing a little bit, things are coming out, the initial stages, bear with your system, bear with your body, it'll overcome that. After a number of days, things will be better. It is actually clearing, Sam.
Oh, it's a clearing process, just
Yes.
as long as just keep on using.
Yes,
patient,
sir.
right? Yeah, that's good. I think so far, all these are actually the mostly asked questions from those people are asking. And by the way, for Mr. Soma, do you have any advice or any reminder or any precautious things that you want to mention to all our family members about the using of iTeraCare?
Yes, Sam. There's something which I want to say. Number one is continue using the blower, even though you may feel uncomfortable for some time. As I said, there's a healing crisis. To get over it, you will feel better. And then, what do you call that? Even if your health is good, you do not know how good your body is. It couldn't be from a scale of 1 to 10. 10 is the best. 0 is the worst. 0 to 10. Now, your body may not be at 10. It could be maybe at 7, 8, 6, but you feel good. You feel healthy. Now, what you're trying to do is to bring it back to 10. So using the blower is going to help you with that. All right. So now drink plenty of water. Water plays a big part, because when you drink water, there's enough water in the body. When you use the blower, it's going to absorb the terahertz waves and work wonders for you. All right. And then chronic diseases come from accumulation over time. So give time to recuperate, which means that don't expect results overnight, over 1 week, over 1 month. For some people, it may even take a few months. I know people who have taken 6 months to 1 year. I myself recovered from prostate problem over 1 year, but it worked because I had trust in it. Now I am free. I do not take any medicine. All right, just to share with you. And recovery is different for different people. It's not the same. If for him 3 times it works, that means it also works for you in 3 times. See? So it's different for different people. And be patient. This is not a miracle. This is science. Okay, let the body heal itself. All right, miracles do happen, yes, with the divine's help. But for the divine to help you, you must help yourself. Okay, and the blower is there to help you. Okay, I'm not saying that this is the only device, but this is one of the devices which is helping lots of people. Okay, and then another friendly reminder: when you're using a THz device, the reactions just now, due to different individual physical body structure, some may experience painful on certain areas. So they may have pain. Okay, bear with it. If you suddenly see there's pain there or increased pain, that means that something is happening. Okay, why should it suddenly start being painful for no reason? Then something is happening there. And then previous unhealed or untreated pains or symptoms will appear during treatments. As I said just now, something which happened long ago, suddenly it's there. And then when you think back, oh yeah, this is where I had a knock before. So it's now playing up again. And then it may appear from time to time. So all of the above reactions are normal due to this process. And for fast recovery and healing, you are strongly advised not to drink cold water after treatment, cold food, and then if possible, no air conditioning, and shower only 4 hours after therapy. All right. Otherwise, what we have done good for the body, it will be counterproductive. So it can be, you're wasting your effort. Okay. Now, usage precautions for the device. Okay. Use it for external use and as a physiotherapy treatment tool. It's a therapeutic tool. Okay. Don't use for too long. It's like the body is such. You give it something, you let it rest. It recovers during that rest process. You give it again, it bounces back. So which means that you allow a little bit reasonable amount of time for it to rest, for reactions to take place, for the body to come to another level before you go on to the next level. And if you use continuously, anything which is continuous is not good. All right? So you must allow the body, give time for it to recover before continuing for the next session. And while using the device, make sure the air inlet and outlet is not blocked. Okay? And then if you find that the inlet is dusty, clear the dust. All right? Keep it clean always. And then the power cord. Try not to hold the device by the power cord because it's the wires running in, connected to switches, and if they get dislodged, then it won't work. All right. So don't pull using the cord. Hold on the device itself, especially when you are plugging, unplugging. People tend to pull the wire and pull it out. Okay. So hold on to the plug and pull it out. Okay. And then do not drop it if possible. Do not shake it vigorously. There are sensitive things inside. We do not want it to come off. And then before you store, before you keep, make sure it has cooled down sufficiently before keeping it. Otherwise, if it is hot, then over time it may give you problems. All right. So again, it is made from delicate crystal tubes inside. So handle it with care. Okay. And for people, with chronic problems, all right, especially when you talk about stage 4, all right, if you talk about acute diseases, you talk about pregnancy, menstruation, you talk about objects implanted, you talk about congenital disease, heart and diseases, open wound, fractures, you should be more cautious with it. Okay. So the company doesn't recommend, because they don't want to run into problems. But if you must, then use it with caution. All right? Okay. So the company has to warn you that do not use in those areas, because if anything happens there, they are not going to be responsible. Okay. So with that, Sam, I think that's about it, which I have to say today. Is that okay with you, Sam?
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Soma. I've learned a lot. I believe that all our friends on the line also, we are learning together, because this is actually a good way of learning through the question that we compile and so on. And then also, just like you mentioned, Mr. Soma, a lot of people out there, they have a misconception, especially just how you mentioned about the category for not recommended. Because certain people, when they are in this business already, their target actually, they even go to hospital to look for patients. Seems like they want to become they want to call lifesaver or to cure. I think this is a totally wrong concept. Because just like our group president always say, the biggest market is not the patient, but then those like people like us, semi-healthy, where we always stress on the device is not for curing, not for healing, not for all this, you see. Just we want to prevent, yeah. For so-called it's like without having losing our hair yet, so we have to use. Don't wait until we already get bored and then start using, and then it's too late already, right? So the biggest market is still the people semi-healthy out there. So that's why the kind of mentality has to be changed. Yeah, don't
definitely,
Sam,
definitely.
To create problem for themselves. Just like I said, people are the timing already there already. You try to use, not our problem, but then just because of the timing, God already called them. Yeah. So this is a kind of mentality that they should correct. So thank you so much, Mr. Soma. Yeah.
If I may add one last thing, Sam.
Please, Mr. Soma.
I mean, at any time, we are not trying to, be doctors ourselves. We are not trying to be professionals, because that is a different category of people who have studied, who spend time doing what they are doing. So there are things which we leave in their hands. Definitely seek their advice before you do something. But at the same time, think of this device as something therapeutic, some natural healing happening to you. If it works for you, please do continue using. So that's what I can say.
Yeah, exactly, Mr. Soma. Because from tonight's your sharing also, it made me have a kind of awareness. Especially this one is happening. A lot of people, I just want to do a comparison. Compare we people, just something you mentioned about our body actually is a very sophisticated machine, right? Absolutely. So we try to compare our body with our vehicle. Many people, they drive, they have cars, okay? Yes. And then normally I would say it's quite a kind of headache or pittiness that people, they are taking more good care of their cars compared to their body. When their car getting dirty, they send their car to be washed, to polish, wax, etc. When come to 10,000 kilometers, they send their car for lubricating, oil change. Yeah, yeah, exactly. And then they really take good care of their car, because they know that if they don't take good care of their car is going to get break down one day and they can't drive anymore. But still, yeah, for car, if they're breaking down, you can send to the workshop to change for parts. Yeah, and then after that you can get it done. Yeah, but then for this body, yeah, sophisticated, complicated things are so high tech. We call it kind of machinery. We haven't taken care for so many years. How many kilometers we have walked? So many years we have gone through, and then yet, yeah, even they have the chance, the parts even maybe not so easy to find or not compatible. Even some people may say they can change and so on, but then all these are too late already. So that's why I say that it's a quite pity, yeah, or also called as a very hard day to hear about that. Take good care more of the car instead of taking care of body. In fact, this is the utmost important thing. Yeah, that's why health, I always say health is the most important thing in life. With good health only, we can enjoy life. We can even go for better wealth and so on. So that's why this kind of mentality, as a part of our family members in iNetwork International, we should bear in this in mind. All of us, we are actually the so-called as the health ambassador. And we need to spread this kind of good news to the people all around the world. So thank you so much, Mr. Soma. And then, by the way, yeah, I think all our friends, we've been learning a lot from Mr. Soma. Probably you have anything that you want to consult Mr. Soma, yeah? But just like I mentioned just now, we are not talking about diseases or curing and so on. Anything you want to ask about the healing crisis or about the device, you can raise your hand from reaction there, and then we will let our customer service to turn on your microphone. Then we can have this interaction session.
Mr. Sam, if I just add one more.
Yeah, please, Mr. Soma.
Throughout my life, I have bought many things in my life. I bought my house, I bought my car. But for me, after buying this device, this is priceless to me compared to all other things which I have. Because for once now, I can reverse what is happening to me. I can heal myself. So this is actually more priceless than even the house, even the car and other things which I have, which I always say to other people, but about myself.
Yeah,
Thank
that's
you,
exactly. I
guys.
totally will give Mr. Soma.
Yeah.
Good job, this gun. So you have been a good role model for all of us to learn. Okay, we have family members on the line. Ling, you can, I think the customer say turn on your microphone. You can on it and you please introduce yourself. Where do you come from, Ling? Hello?
I think the mic is muted.
Ling, I think is there already? She has written on the mic, Ling or Mr. or Miss. Can you please, you can hear us, right? You can turn on the mic already. There's no response from Ling. 90009254. Yeah, already. Your mic is on already. You can mention, yeah. Anything you want to get advice from Mr. Soma regarding the healing crisis and so on. Ling, I think maybe something wrong with your microphone. It's okay. You can actually, yeah, type on the chat box there. Yeah, for the chat room there, you can chat and then later we're going to come back to you. Yeah, let me go to another one. They're actually already raising hand. Yep. So next one we have on the line, Dayanan Shinde. Please, you're welcome, Dayanan.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening. Dayanan. You are coming from?
My name is Dayanan Shinde. I am from India, state Maharashtra, city Pune.
Oh, from Pune. Okay, please.
Yeah,
welcome.
yeah. I'm from Pune. Sir, I'm using this device for last 3 days. Actually, my wife is having some problem for last 20 years. She was having some pain in her waist area, probably at the. My wife was having pain, continuous pain in her waist area.
Waist, right.
Waist, yeah,
Okay.
a waist area, probably at the end of spine. And she was not walking properly and she used to be always in pain. So when I use this device on her for the first time for 15 minutes, then after that treatment, she told me that pain has gone for 70%. Now she is very happy. And today she is, I'm doing it daily. Today she is very happy. Her body was also very heavy. She is actually she is obese, sir. But she was telling me that while she used to walk, she used to feel the heaviness in her legs. But now she is telling me that her legs are light. She can walk very easily and comfortably. That pain has gone, sir. Sir, I have few questions, actually 4 or 5 questions. May I ask you, sir?
Yes, sure.
Sir, what we have seen in the video that we should start the treatment after taking water, charge water. Huh?
Right.
So minimum time I think you had mentioned that minimum after 15 minutes. We can, after taking the water, after passing 15 minutes, we should start the blowing. Okay. Is it correct, sir? Not immediately.
15 minutes allows that water to get into various areas where it should be. So okay, then when you start blowing, then there is water there to help you.
Okay, sir.
All right.
So if it is more than 15 minutes, say 30, 40 minutes, will it be okay, sir?
No problem. In fact, even people 15, 20 minutes, even much later, the important thing is that there is water in your body.
Okay. So during that period, sir, can we take tea or anything else, or we should not take anything?
Okay, to me, it is my personal opinion, because I did not do a research, to be frank with you. But what I have seen is, the way I relate it, when you have tea or coffee, it is more concentrated.
Yes,
So
sir.
this concentration initially goes into your the stomach
Okay,
area.
sir.
So
Sir.
when it is there, the concentration there is higher than the concentration in the body. Agree?
Sir.
So now where does the water flow? From higher concentration to low, or low concentration to high?
Sir, it will be higher to low, sir.
No, lower to high, because it's
Okay,
trying
sir.
to neutralize.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
So when that happens, what happens is it pulls out the water in your body into the stomach. So now your body has less water.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Agree?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So it's best to avoid coffee or tea until
Yes, sir.
later. I'm not saying
Okay,
don't
sir.
drink, but keep it till later.
After means
Yes.
after the treatment, we can take
You
tea,
take,
coffee.
no
Okay,
problem.
Sir, my next question is, sir, that what is the significance of that blowing direction, sir? Means is it it should be clockwise or anti-clockwise? Because
Okay. Most of the diagrams, if you see, they are showing you anti-clockwise.
Yes, sir.
Okay, but it's also okay if you blow clockwise.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
It's just for the purpose of diagram.
Yes,
Probably
sir.
when you have one, you can copy paste easily.
Okay, okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay. By the way, Mr. Dayanand, I think
Sir.
we still have people now queuing up for the question. So can we
Okay.
limit just each one maximum 2 questions first? Then you can raise your hand later. If you still have time, you can come back. Yeah. Please be fair to
Okay,
others.
sir.
Yeah,
Okay.
Mr. Dayanand.
Okay, okay.
Thank you,
sir.
Mr. Dayanand.
Okay, sir. Thank you very
Okay.
much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Alright.
Thank you. Okay. By the way, Ling, just now you couldn't hear from here. The person actually asking from the chat there, and he's saying that to blow for the water, yeah, if blow the water is which one is better, cold or warm water?
Okay, what is the purpose of blowing in the first place? And then, as we have shown just now, avoid cold water during treatment and after treatment. So it's better if your intention is to blow, to drink water, then blow, avoid cold water. If your intention is just to drink the water without any blowing, by all means blow cold water and drink. That's what I would say.
Yeah, I think Ling, you got the answer right from Mr. Soma. I think it's okay. And then by the way, Ling, you're asking about the meeting link and so on. Kindly, in order to get this link for all our meeting, for the weekly meeting, you can get it from the person who invited you to this Zoom, yeah? Because the one that actually the link, everything we normally circulated in the group. So just kindly get the links from the person invited you, yeah? Okay, thank you for that. I hope we answer your question. Next, we have on the line, okay, Philip Muna. Philip, you can turn your microphone. Remember, we just limit, hopefully everyone can appreciate the time, maximum two questions so that we can fair to be everyone.
Okay, thank you very much for that information. And I just have one question. And this question is about, we were told that when somebody is not having any condition, you can just continue doing it, or prevention is better than cure, just to maintain the health. So the question is that I may want to ask is, which parts of the body does one blow in order just to maintain that health or to prevent a problem? Which parts of the body, or which is the procedure as to blow so as to maintain the health?
Okay, Mr. Philip. Good evening, Mr. Philip. May I know where you're from, Mr. Philip? Mr. Philip?
I think Mr. Philip is our regular audience all the way from Kenya. You know,
okay, good. All right. To answer that question, Mr. Philip, we are supposing that the person does not have a condition. He just wants to maintain his health. Now, there are 1 or 2 areas which I might look at. Number 1 is my immune system. I would like to keep my immune system always at tip-top level. So look for the immune system. The areas of the immune system, basically it's behind the neck and the shoulders behind. So I would blow those areas. Second one is I would like to blow on my palms and my soles of my feet, because the reason being, what do you call it? When you look at this energy, the chi, right? So if there are blockages in those areas, then you have a problem in your body. The third reason would be because the soles and the palms contain a lot of reflexology points, where if you blow to overall, they correspond to the organs in your body. And the third one, and the fourth one is your spine, your backbone. Now, even your spine, the different areas of the spine, the backbone, has got points which relate to the organs in your body. So what's actually happening is, when you're blowing in those areas, you're actually indirectly also taking care of your whole body. I would look at it that way, Mr. Philip.
Okay, I hope Mr. Philip, Ms. Somaya answer your questions. Okay, next one we shall proceed is all the way from Singapore. Mr. Lawrence is asking, in order to use iTeraCare, can he use in front to blow in front and at the back also?
Meaning, I mean, if he has a problem internally, he wants to blow front and back.
Yeah.
Actually, it's good. If I were him, I'll blow front, back, left, and right. So I get to all parts of the body.
Yeah, I think all the
all
way.
All 4 directions.
All directions, okay, right?
All right.
Okay. Next, we have another one on the line. Catherine. Yeah, Catherine Kalungwe. Yeah, welcome, Mama Catherine.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sam.
Yes, Catherine, good evening.
Evening to you, Sam.
Hi. You're in that French-speaking area, right?
Yes, I'm in French country.
Okay.
Yep. Thank you. This evening, I want to say thank you for what you have been teaching us. We are really learning. And first, not really question, but I have a question, and not another one, not question, is an encouragement. I happen to get a patient. This patient has been 1 year bedridden. Her condition, nobody knew. They tried to do search, to do what is happening, but the more she was taking medicine, the more she collapsed, and finally she has been on bed, not able to lift the leg, and her whole body was in pain. The patient is 67 years. She's a mama. So I said, let me try. I went in her house. I did the Itela, like almost every part of the body, because even she didn't know where is, but she was saying she is in pain. Where? Every part. But although I also realized she has arthritis, to my observation, she also had arthritis, but it was like the whole body, nobody knew what was it. I tried 3 days. And right now, today, they called me and they said, what is this, Lily? And so many people are waiting for me until, and because I really wanted to be in this meeting, I said I'll meet them tomorrow, because the mama is sitting down. She's on sitting down. It was like a miracle. It was like, I don't know what. So I did just few minutes, not much, but 3 days, just once a day. And the mama, I was told, she's now sitting down. She can lift her leg, she can lift her head, and at least there is movement on body, and the pain has decreased. Still pain, but she can say the pain has decreased. So I can say the iTeraCare is doing wonders here in Congo, and you'll hear more and more. Otherwise, my question is, what can we help somebody with kidney stones, who they have said there are big kidney stones in the kidney and others on the urethra? So it's like the man is not able to urinate well, and when he is urinating, the urine is so small and frequently such situation. And he was told he need to go for operation, but he's very much afraid to go to operation. So he came to me yesterday, and then I said, I'll get more because I knew today we are having this meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, Catherine. First of all, may God bless you, because
Amen.
you are doing a wonderful job. Because you know, sometimes the God has to act through other people. All right.
Thank you.
So you must be one of them who is working through to help people. So may God bless you. All right. So and you know, when people say they pray to God asking for the divine help, this is how it works. So, and you have something in your hands which is also, I mean, as I said just now, it is scientific, but it's also helping in other ways. And with the divine help, it's helping. And also, definitely, that's also got to do with you, because I can see that you're very positively charged, you have a sincere heart, and it's also helping in that way. May God bless you again. Now, coming back to the kidney and urethra stones, what do you call that? Now, we have had people who have had this problem, and what they do is two things. First, they charge the water and regularly drink. So what happens is, it goes there, it works on that, and at the same time, you blow onto those areas. So they have seen where over time, it is getting smaller, and then it's coming out. So you can try that.
Wonderful.
All right?
I will.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Mr. Soma, there's on the line, someone is asking, either using iTeraCare can disturb their DNA. This is from Uttarakumar from Malaysia.
Okay, actually, I wouldn't want to speak on that, because if I had done the research on that, then I'll be an authority to speak on that. But reading about articles talking about DNA, they have shown, let's put it this way. Now, if you have an architect, you see you go to a house which is not in a proper order. Okay, so now the first thing you will do is you will take the what do you call that, the plan of the house, and then you try to rebuild as it was. Agreed? The architect tries to rebuild. Now, what this does is it goes to the DNA, tries to set everything back in place as it originally was. So that's how it acts on the DNA, right? So, but to go further into this, it's better we wait for more research to be done on this matter. But the few research which has been done, they're very positive on the DNA, and they said that they've got, I mean, it helps to, I forgot the word which they used, but it tries to bring back the cells as they were, which is very good.
Yeah,
okay,
I hope Mr. Soma answer your questions, Uttarakumar from Ipoh. Okay, next one we shall proceed to, I think, all the way, Mr. Alex Liao. Alex Liao, please introduce yourself. You can turn on your microphone. You are from?
Yes, it's on already. Okay, I think I put in the chat, but let me ask it here. Now, you see, when I point it to my wherever my affected area is, I was just wondering, because to blow it for 15 minutes, even at the lower setting, it can be a bit rather hot. How do I manage that?
Mr. Alex, good evening, Mr. Alex.
Yes.
Welcome from Singapore, all the way from Singapore. Just to share with you, I used to walk to Singapore over the thing. I was staying in Johor Bahru at that time. Okay, anyway, coming back to this, I think what you're doing is you're pointing to exactly one spot, and that is why the heat is building up. Now, basically, if you come back to where we have the treatment points, there are three things which we normally do when we treat a certain area. Number one, vertical lines. Number two, horizontal lines. Number three, small circles. So when you use these three on those areas, so you won't feel that thing too hot, or, I mean, that is the way how you treat those areas. Does that answer your question, Mr. Alex?
Yeah, Mr. Alex, I hope Mr. Soma answer your question.
I'm trying to just clarify. So that means you point to it, move away, then point, come back again, and
yes,
away.
Definitely. You cannot be pointing the same place all the time.
How many inches away?
Okay, now talking about inches, you got three speeds there. Now, depending on which area you're going to point at. Now, if you're going to point at the face, then you're going to use a low speed, which can be nearer. And then you use the highest speed, definitely you can't go very near. And I would use it for my lower limbs for those areas. So where exactly is the problem?
I'm talking about some sores in my hands and legs.
Okay, now what I would have done is, normally what I do, I use it at medium speed for about 5 minutes, get my body used to it. Then I go on to the high speed, give it a bit more heat together with the terahertz waves. So that is one way of looking at it. So you will know the distance, because when you start moving around, there will be one spot where you feel the heat, extreme heat. So you just move away until you can tolerate that heat. So that will be the distance for you.
So that means distance is not the matter. You just adjust until you think it's like it feels okay.
Correct.
All right. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Understandable. Okay. Fine. Can I drink alkaline water instead of just normal water?
Okay. Alkaline water or any other water doesn't change the structure of the water. Now, what it does is it adds value to your alkaline water. Your alkaline water, the pH will be high, but these terahertz waves will add value to that water by breaking the clusters so that they're easily taken into your cells and give energy to those cells together with your a higher pH. In the first place, why are you taking alkaline water? If you don't mind me asking.
Okay, because I had this machine very long time already. Because you see, whenever I sleep, and if ever the fan blows onto my leg accidentally, because I pull the sheet away, I will get cramps. And I found that only if I take alkaline water, the cramps will never happen.
Right. Okay. Maybe you can also look into other areas for the cramps, because the cramps normally, because my background is sports science. So I look a lot at muscles and how they work. And one of the things the muscles work on is potassium, sodium, calcium. So there could be a deficiency in your body in these three areas. And maybe you could take some food which is high in this content, plus you break the crystals in that area where they function better. So it might improve.
Oh, okay. I will experiment and try and see.
Yeah.
These are the one that has been working with me for, this has been working for many years for me.
Yeah, give it a try.
Okay, so thank you, Mr. Alex. Okay, next one we shall proceed. So I think from Muhammad Putra, Mr. Soma is asking.
Yeah.
He's asking about he having this headache, and then very severe headache, and so want to vomit after blowing at his stomach. I think he's asking about a hearing crisis, right? Severe headache and want to vomit after blowing on his stomach.
Okay, I have to ask him first. He has to answer me whether he's taking any medication and what is the amount of medication he's taking.
Okay, I hope you can hear that, Mr. Putra. Mr. Putra, you are taking any medication? Yeah, Mr. Muhammad Putra, you are taking any medication?
No, you didn't take any medication.
No medication.
Didn't take any medication.
Okay, no, none at all. Huh?
No, none at all.
Okay, because there are cases where the medication.
Yeah. I never take any medication.
Yeah, after you.
Blow. Someone said that can blow in the stomach. So he blew in the stomach. Then suddenly he had, he feel headache, severe headache. I cannot wake up.
I see. Okay.
And the stomach very painful.
Okay, that could be a healing reaction as well. And for the headache, what you should do is you should also blow behind his neck, sides of the neck, his head. That will help with his headache, give him relief from the headache.
Oh.
Yeah, and then for the waist, just keep on going at it. Try over the next 3 days. Now, if it is, if you do it daily, it's too much for you. Then you maybe do alternate days and start slowly. And then once your body overcomes that problem, maybe it's clearing too much. The condition there is quite bad. So once you overcome that, then you pick up from there. But I think tonight you should start with your head. blowing on the head, neck,
From the
inside
head.
the neck,
Oh,
because there could be circulation issues there.
oh. Sir,
Okay.
is it he blow too long or not? About half an hour. Is it okay?
Okay, now when did he start blowing? First time?
What time you start blow?
No.
In the
What I mean is,
morning.
how long do you have the device?
In the morning, sir. He never take anything. The stomach was empty. Then he just blow.
Once again, how long have you had the device?
How long I had that device? Is it?
Yes,
Oh, we bought it about 3 months ago.
3 months.
We bought the device.
Okay, before this, you
1
have
month,
got
1
no,
month. I think about a few weeks ago.
before this you have no problem until now.
No problem, no problem.
And before this, how often do you use?
No, we never. That's the first time he do it on his set.
Okay, so probably it's already starting his work. Okay, he's starting his work, starting to clear. So probably the condition is such that it's taking out a lot at one time. Now what you do is lower down, do less times, but 15 minutes, that's all. Start with 15 minutes.
Oh,
Okay,
with
start
how
slow,
long,
start
sir?
slow.
Start with
15
how many
minutes.
minutes? 10 minutes, is it?
15.
Oh, 15.
Then stop. See how it goes.
Oh,
Shorten the time, yeah.
Shorten the time.
Okay.
A lot is coming out. A lot is clearing very fast.
oh.
Yeah,
So
don't
you
too rush.
what, ah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Hopefully, Mr. Soma answer your question.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Next, we have on the line, Joyce. Joyce, you can turn on your microphone and introduce yourself. Welcome, Joyce. You can turn on your microphone. Yeah, Joyce, we can't hear you. You need to turn on your microphone.
Microphone is muted.
Yeah, you need to turn on your microphone. Yeah, you can turn on your microphone now. Joyce.
Okay, now you're on.
Yeah, we can hear you now, Joyce. I think, yeah, please welcome.
How can we help you, Joyce? Good evening. Was that a bye-bye or?
We can't hear you, Joyce. You already turned on your microphone, but then still, or maybe we should come back to you later.
We'll come back later.
Yeah. We'll come back to you later. Yeah. And then I think we proceed to next one. Masaha Kitty. You can turn your microphone. Masaha Kitty, please introduce yourself. You're coming from?
Yeah, hello, I'm coming from Kenya.
Yeah, welcome, Karibu.
Thank you, Sana. Okay, I just have 2 questions to ask. Number one is, can this machine be used in a clinic setup to provide therapeutic treatments? And I would like to know whether it's okay to combine these THz ultrasound therapy and IR infrared. Could be there any reaction if you combine these two? And what will be the difference between ultrasound frequencies and the iTeraCare frequencies? Thank you.
Okay, good evening, Mr. Shall I say it? Wasaha?
Yeah, that's right.
Wasaha. Okay, good evening to you. Now, the first one about using in clinics. Now,
Yes.
depending on what kind of clinics, because we have got allopathy doctors and then we have got
Yes.
traditional doctors. Now, allopathy doctors,
To be specific, physiotherapy clinic.
I think there shouldn't be a problem because already in many countries, especially Taiwan, Hong Kong, they have physiotherapy centers where they specialize in this blower. We have got some videos also, you can get it off the internet. where they actually come there for treatment. And what's happening is they found that treating with this blower, in terms of health, they are much better than what do you call that? Massage, acupuncture, and gua sha. The relief which you are getting. I'm not trying to downplay all the other treatments. I'm not saying that this is better, but this is a response from people who are using. They feel that a lot of things in their body is getting healed faster because it is penetrating. It is going into them. It is treating at the point where the problem is. So this is the first question you asked me just now. Now the second one you asked me about terahertz and infrared. Now, if you look
and
at
the ultrasound also produces
yes,
megahertz.
Yes. Now, ultrasound is basically a little bit different from this technology because ultrasound, I think you are looking at what is inside. It tells you what is inside, where you use it, and then you get the image, you're looking at it. Now, when you talk about terahertz and infrared, you're looking at the treatment aspect of it. So infrared has been vastly used in physiotherapy all this while. Now, if you look at even on the electromagnetic spectrum, terahertz and IR are almost they're on besides each other. And when before this, I suppose some of them has been using terahertz without knowing that they've been using terahertz. So what they call is far infrared. They use the term far infrared. Okay, micro, millimeter waves. Okay, so now they are using specific name as terahertz. All right. So another one is, now I look at infrared. It is good. Definitely it's good. I'm not saying it's not good, but it works in a different way where you heat up the system. You're looking at the cure. You're looking at the blood, the vessels giving you more blood and improving yourself. Now, when you look at terahertz, it goes one step further. It penetrates to those areas, is breaking up the water clusters, and then it is improving the viscosity of the blood. It is giving you energy to the water which is coming into your cells. So that is the main difference which I see, and why it is working differently and better.
There's one thing called ultrasound, but it produces megahertz. It produces hertz, but in a form of megahertz. And this one produces hertz in form of terahertz. So I wanted just to know, yes, terahertz. The other one is megahertz.
Yes.
There's another device that is used in physiotherapy called ultrasound, not for the diagnostic, like people who are in maybe during pregnancy. That is different. That is for
it is
diagnosis.
More for treatment.
Yes, this is for treatment now. It produces megahertz.
All right.
Now the other one, yes, that's why I
tell me
compare
what
the two.
If you can tell me what this ultrasound does, I will tell you how it differs.
It just what it does, it produces those the frequencies just to relieve pain in case there's inflammation. It reduces the inflammation, reducing pain.
Okay.
That's it. That's the main thing. Yes.
All right. So what terahertz does is all those things which you mentioned just now, plus a little bit further, they break the water clusters. They bring energy to that area which you are now focusing on. So this energy and the water clusters which are broken, which are, they become linear, they get into the cells, they make the cells work optimally, and healing happens much faster.
Perfect. So there'll be no harm combining these two, the terahertz plus the megahertz. There should be.
Basically, if you ask me, why would I want to combine the both? Because when one works better.
Yes.
Now, if you have two cars, one is a Mercedes and you have a Ferrari, which would you want to drive?
I go for the Ferrari.
Both are good.
Yeah. Thank you, much appreciated.
All right.
Okay, thank you. Okay, next we shall proceed. Actually, someone on the line also asking about our YouTube channel. You can actually look for iTeraCare to get more videos and so all those what do you call it, the clips that we already uploaded there for the further information about iTeraCare. Yeah. And then next we shall proceed another group from UG, from Uganda. You can turn on your microphone.
Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening.
This is Joe Cott from Uganda. Joe Okot from Uganda.
Joe, okay. Joe, good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Soma.
Yes, good evening.
My question goes like this. When we are blowing water, there are substances like metallic, plastic, ceramic, clay, which we normally use for like containers for water. As Terra machine has waves and radiations, I want to ask, in order to get knowledge and maybe caution, what containers? Is it metallic? Is it plastic? Is it ceramic? Or is it clay, which is safer? Or we can use a glass for blowing, and then we take the water. Then the second question is, we have things like honey, which is good for our health. Things like oil, which is good for our health. When we blow honey, when we blow oil, like I would say sunflower oil, olive oil, soybean oil, simsim oil, or ginat oil, when we blow with a Terra machine, will it make it effective? Maybe to remove some bits of chloro, this cholesterol, cholesterol. Will it help to make it more effective? Then what about honey? If we blow in honey, will it make it more effective? Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Joe, from Uganda. Now, the first question is regarding blowing of water. Now, ideally, if you use glass, I would say that will be the best medium. There are no issues. Plastic, the issue with plastic is if it is hot, then the plastic is hot, then there could be some leaching if the quality of the plastic is not good. But otherwise, if you keep it in a cold place, I don't think that's not too bad. And then when it comes to clay, I think it should be okay. And the issue is with metal. Now, when you use metal, when you store in metal, now when you use terahertz waves, you are giving it a charge, an energy into the water. But when you store in metal, in 2 hours, it removes that energy. So now that water, after 2 hours, doesn't have the energy which we had before. So it becomes, I wouldn't say useless, but it's not as good as if you wanted it to be. So yes, if you need to store it in plastic or glass containers, ideally, and ideally not metal containers. Now the second one is regarding oil and honey. Now oil, definitely you can always charge and use. People have tried and they found that charging oil and using it for frying, whatever things you're frying takes up less oil. The fish you fry takes up less oil, the meat you fry takes up less oil. So I would say that's good. And another one is this oil is a fluid, okay, fluid, similar like water fluid. So when there is fluid, so there definitely will be clusters. So it helps to break the clusters. So the absorption will be much better. As far as honey is concerned, honestly, we have not tried, but I suppose similar things will happen. But honestly, I can't say much on honey because we haven't tried. Will that be okay with you?
Hopefully, it's Mr. answer your question, Joe.
Yes, I'm educated, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Mr. Soma, I think we have a friend coming from Tanzania, Gregory. I think he sent to your chat already. Maybe you can check your chat.
I'm Greg from Tanzania. So the device is really a game changer in physiotherapy, but I have tried to look up for papers and publications on the use of terahertz technology in therapeutics, but I have barely got any. Most of the studies and diagnostic part of it. Can you please share any paper that supports the use of the technology in human therapeutics? Okay, Now, I think we have informed many times that this technology is rather new. Before this, people have not really looked into terahertz. They were looking at others. Like just now, we had one person. He was talking about infrared, ultrasound, which was the thing before. So now these things are coming in slowly, and we still need. I mean, people are already using it, but the research on that is not as much as we would like it to be. But there are some research where they are looking into some things, but at the same time they find other things as well. All right. So those research, you can look at it for bits and pieces here and there, but direct research on this use, I think we still have to wait. Does that answer him, Mr. Greg?
Yeah, I think Greg, hopefully it's, Mr. Somong will give you the information that you wish. So we shall proceed to the next one. I think it's Mr. Abu Bakar, all the way from Singapore. Mr. Abu Bakar, you can turn the microphone.
Good evening, Encik Abu Bakar. Your mic is turned off.
Yeah, please turn on your microphone.
Okay, I on already. You hear me?
Yes.
Yes, can hear you, Mr. Abu Bakar.
Thank you, Mr. Sam. Thank you, Mr. Somo. Yes. I got two questions. Actually, I got two questions. One, my question already answered by the person who asking about the stomach, they blow in the stomach.
Okay.
Thank you very much, my partner, business partner. Thank you very much. You answer him. But another question is, again, also my partner, he just joined in for 1 week. So why he joined? Because he's asking me about sex. When his age about 60, now 60 plus already. You know, no men all thinking about sex. Then he asked me whether this iTeraCare can help about his sex. That you want to know how to use it. Can you explain? I think he also hear this, but he's very shy. So I won't mention any name of that. Can you tell us how to use? Maybe can make use or what? I don't know. So can you tell us about that? Thank you, Mr. Somo.
Yeah. First of all, Encik Abu Bakar, I salute you because
yes,
you're the first person who has the guts to ask this question.
Thank you, Mr. Somo.
Because trust me, this question is on the lips of many people.
Yes, correct.
Many people have asked personally. Many people have asked in other ways, but
yes.
Nobody has had the guts to ask directly.
Yes.
So
yes.
you're the first person, and I salute you for that.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. And what is that? Another thing is, this question you're asking is going to help lots of people.
Yes, correct. All over the world.
Yes.
All over the world.
Yes. So you see, when we, I will talk bluntly because this is science.
Yes.
You see, when you talk about the penis of the male,
yeah.
Now it is entirely made of blood vessels.
Yes, correct.
Okay. The hardening and the softening is all based on the blood vessels.
Yes, correct.
Now, one reason for the ED, erectile dysfunction, is definitely because the blood is not getting there, or it's not as much is getting there.
Oh, I see.
So you have a problem with the blood vessels and the nerves there. So now what you have to do is, if you can improve the amount of blood which is coming in, then you are solving that problem.
Oh, I see.
So now in this aspect, there were a few people who have told me they have used it in that area. They blow in that area, especially on the penis and the scrotum and the higher up area, the prostate, those areas. And when the blood vessels in those areas, the nerves in those areas improve, now you have blood gushing in, and the scenario, it becomes a game changer.
I see.
Yes, but give yourself time because you do not know how long.
Yes.
But what do you call that? Keep blowing. Over time, it is definitely going to improve, and you will be telling me one day that your friend is now very happy.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
I hope that. Thank you so much. Mr. Somo.
Welcome,
Thank you.
welcome. So
Okay,
there
thank
are
you. This is
already
good news
results.
for all the men, yeah.
There are already
Yeah,
results.
all over the world, huh? Hear that?
Okay, thank you
There are
for the
already
question,
results.
Mr. Abu Bakar.
Yeah, thank you,
Okay.
Sam.
Thank you.
Okay.
Very much.
Next, I think I saw someone just now, Caroline Amesu. Yeah, just now I think you raised your hand, right? Caroline, are you still there? Caroline, you can turn on your, and then you please introduce yourself. You're coming from?
I come from Ghana.
Welcome, Caroline.
Yeah. We have not yet get some of the products in Ghana yet. This is the first time they have introduced this product to us, and I want to know much about it. And today, I'm blessed. I've heard a lot. But my question is, the water, can you charge the water for how many days, or is it immediately take after charge? Because we
I think Mr. Somo, Caroline line is not stable.
Yes.
Stuck there, right?
She didn't get to.
more of patients over there. Some are not. That's my first question.
I think you have to repeat your question. We lost you just now.
Your line was not stable, Caroline. So I think Mr. Somo managed to hear only your first question.
No, I didn't get to finish the question.
Yeah.
No, simple. What he asked was, how long does the water last once charged?
Oh, okay. That's the first question, all right? That's the only question?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, once charged, we have found that water to be able to last for even up to 6 months. But definitely the water which you drink, you would not keep that long. I think even 1 week is very long. So you have no issues, no worries.
Thank you very much.
Except do not keep in metal containers.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
I think that's all from Caroline.
Okay.
Yeah, because
Okay.
I've heard a lot that I want to ask. So I'm okay for now.
Okay, that's good. Yeah. So when the product is reaching your place, you should be doing wonders and helping more people. You already all are the pioneers. Yeah. So all the best to you, Caroline. Give it up. Okay.
Thank you.
Also we have again from our family members, Utaya Kumar mentioned this is actually he want to add to Encik Bakar's question just now. Actually, his comment is drinking Terra water has improved further in the sex life as well.
So this is what I said, people even drinking is working. Imagine when you drink and blow, it's going to work very much faster.
Yeah. So that is actually this device. We drink and you blow, and then you can get a fantastic result. Yeah.
It works exactly in those areas.
Okay, good. Probably our business advisor to South Asia, Mr. Shankar, want to say something before we close the meeting tonight, Mr. Shankar?
Nothing much, but for Muasaha Kitty, earlier you asked the question whether it can be used in a clinic or anything of that sort. Yes, you can use, but then my recommendation is to use the iTeraCare Pro because it is a much better machine for treating people in clinics or physiotherapy centers or whatsoever not. It is a much better unit rather than the classic, because if you're using it for physiotherapy treatments in a center, maximum you can use the device is 45 minutes to 1 hour, okay, before it gets overheated. Then you have to wait for it to cool down, and once cool down only you can restart. Okay, so the Pro is a better unit to use in these centers. And I just like to add on to Soma's statement about something else with regards whereby the airports are starting to use the THz technology. in India, I came across in Chennai, the THz technology is being used at the airport, okay? And the first time I went through the scanners, I was surprised. So I just kept quiet and I took my flight and I came back. The second time that I took the flight at the airport, I asked the authorities at the airport how many airports are using this THz technology. And they were surprised. They looked at me, they asked me, how did you know about that they are using the THz technology here? So I told them that I'm dealing with a device in India with THz technology. So I know something a little bit about it. So they told me that Chennai airport is the only airport at the moment using it because they are testing the THz technology. Now, I'll just explain to you how before when they did not use the technology, when you enter the airport, you have to scan your bags, all your bags, before you go to the check-in counter. And then after the check-in counter, you check in your bags and you carry your hand luggage. You walk to the security, you put in your bag, you push your device, you push your bag through the scanners. And then when it comes out, the other scanner, the security will stop you if you're carrying something illegal or anything of that sort, okay? And then they will check your bags thoroughly and also not. Now, with this new device, with this new technology, you go into the airport, you don't scan your bags at the beginning. You just go to the counter, drop your bags, and then you go to the security. Security, you put in your hand luggage. The conveyor belt will automatically carry your bag. You don't have to push your bags. You just place your bags onto a box, and then the box will automatically take your bag through the scanner. And at the scanner, there is nobody sitting and watching the scanning part. Okay. So once you pass the scanner, your bag, there is a red channel and green channel. If it's green channel, your bag goes through the green channel and you take your bag and you go off. All right. If there is something illegal, it goes through the red channel and it comes out to the red channel, and then the security will ask you to open the bag. There will be somebody else with a gun waiting by the side. Okay. A gun, I'm not talking a handgun, I'm talking about the machine gun. Okay, they will be standing by the side. In case you do something, they will shoot you. Okay, so they will hold the machine gun, and then when you open the bag, I tested because I put in my lighter into the bag. I just wanted to test, and this thing captured my lighter and my matchbox in my bag. Okay, my matchbox was in my jacket and the lighter was in my bag. Okay, both were scanned and they identified both. All right. Previously, the old scanners, they could not find my matchbox. Okay, but they could find my lighter. But this new technology, they could find every single thing that is coming through. Okay. And after they took the lighter and matchbox away from me, they recorded my name. They took my passport. They recorded all my details, and they told me they'll be watching you next time. They told me, okay. I said, okay, thank you, and I left. All right. So this technology is going to hit the world very soon. Okay, because they are just testing this technology in Chennai. But this technology is going to hit the world very soon in a very big way. So watch out, THz is going to make a very big name in the world very soon. Okay, and we have been in the forefront in the health industry. Okay, in the healthcare industry, we have been in the forefront, and we will be the pioneers and the forefront leaders to introduce healthcare and THz technology into the world also. So congratulations for everybody who has joined THz in iTeraCare now, and congratulations. You are going to make a name for yourself in this world. Take care. Thank you.
Thank you very much for the updating and also the actual happening in Chennai from India, all the way our business advisor for South Asia, Mr. Shankar. Thank you for that. And so I think before we end, because just now we have one participant that actually tried to voice up, but then she got problem with the mic. Joyce, you're still there, right? Joyce, you can just turn on your microphone. Please turn on your microphone. Just now you want to consult Mr. Soma, right? Joyce, are you still there? You cannot turn on your microphone. Okay. You can mention anything you want to consult Mr. Soma, because we can't hear you. There's no audio from you, Joyce. You already turned on your microphone, but then I think something wrong with microphone. We can't hear you, Joyce.
Maybe she can type it out.
Yeah, you can type on the chat also. Actually, you can type out the things that you want to consult Mr. Soma. You can do it right now, yeah? Type on the chat box there. And probably while waiting for Madam Joyce to type and so on, so we like to have someone on the line also probably can help us to say something about updating and so on. He's a very, very special, wonderful person. Because of him, that's why we have iNetwork International, and he's a founder and also the group chairman for iNetwork International, and he has more than 30 years in network marketing. I think we should learn and listen from him. Please welcome our group chairman of iNetwork International and the founder of iNetwork International, Mr. AC Gore. Mr. Gore, you're still there? While waiting for Madam Joyce to type on the chat board. Maybe we can't hear from you. How about Madam Joyce? You're still typing or? Okay. Now I received the the text from Joyce already. Okay, all the way from Joyce. You're from Uganda. Now you have something to consult Mr. Soma, talking about many people have fibroids in Uganda. They want to know if THz will help them to shrink them.
Okay, this question has often been asked. Now, again, the problem with this is because of the poor blood supply and the unhealthy environment as a result of that. Also, other complications, not only that. So now, if you use this, what will probably happen is, first, the blood vessels will improve. They'll bring more blood, more oxygen. They will create a healthy environment. And when it is healthy, things are functioning as they should, and it suffocates whatever is not wanted there. All right. So, I mean, because when you say fibroids, there are varying degrees, and then they also can start as cysts. So, these are the things. So, definitely, you should use that and create a better environment so that you suffocate the thyroid of whatever it is surviving on right now. Thank you.
Okay, I hope Joyce already got the answer. Okay, thank you for that. Okay, I think the last one on the line already, because we almost come to the end of the meeting. Elson.
Hello, good evening. Hello.
Good evening,
Yeah, Elson.
Yeah, good evening, Dr. Mr. Songo. So just want to find out, for those who are having stroke, so normally they're affected on their left side, left hand or left leg. So that means we have to do it from the top of the head container to the whole left side, or what?
Okay, when you talk about stroke, also there are varying degrees of stroke. Some of the stroke is so chronic that if that area is dead, then it's going to be very difficult to revive. And then the timing also, it has been there for long, then also it might take a while longer. And there are some places, sometimes where the condition is such that it's almost impossible to bring back. But all the same, if you're going to work on that person, it will bring some amount of relief and hopefully full relief. And if it's on the left, okay, normally what happens is, if it's on the left, it has affected your right brain. It's on the right, it's the left brain. Normally this is the scenario. Now, what I would do is, I will focus on the head area, okay, left or right, as you think you should. And then from there, work on your neck, work on your, shoulders, work along your limbs, work along your palms, and also your legs, along your limbs, soles of your feet. So all these areas, because this is where the, nerves are going, right? Nerves, blood vessels, and all that. And because of that, it's being affected. So it all starts from the head. So if the condition in the head improves, and behind the neck, as it joins the shoulder, so in those areas they improve, the signals are able to be received by the limbs, the motor neurons, the signals, then you will see some things happening. But all you can do for now is keep doing that. Is that okay, Elson?
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, welcome.
Okay, thank you. I think they answer your questions, Mr. Elson. Okay, I think that's also we should call it for the night. Thank you to Mr. Soma once again for sharing and also the knowledge we learned from Mr. Soma. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you.
By the way,
everybody.
Yeah. By the way, before we end, actually, we like to highlight to let everybody know that our promotion is still going on. The buy 8 free 1 for August promotions. This promotion is all open to iNetwork to you members. As long as you top up, you purchase 8 units of iTeraCare into your registered wallet, then you are going to get 1 unit of iTeraCare Classic free of charge. That is the gift from the company. So this offer is actually going to end at the end of this month, which is on the 31st of August. Okay. So just grab the opportunity for our family members. You can take this to purchase the register point, and you can register anytime. There's no expiry date. And remember, you have to keep this in your single receipt and not exchangeable for cash. Well, I think that's all for tonight. Thank you once again to Mr. Soma. And thank you everyone for your time to join us this evening. Hopefully next time we can have the same chance to learn more from iElite system. So I wish you all the best. Remember, stay safe, stay healthy, take care. Thank you and good night. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Sam. Thank you, everybody.